Let's go crypto investing, and sorry about that, got interrupted by that maniac that I work with. But you can see today we were telling you the major news was going to be when the Fed talked, and that we at Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing thought that the Fed would continue course with the raising of interest rates for the first time since the pandemic next month of a half a basis point, and the pre-pump hoping he would do something different was wrong. Jerome Powell said that there is a risk that inflation will not decline back towards its pre-pandemic level anytime soon, as Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing has been saying, and that the rise in price could accelerate. Also vindicating and showing that Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, telling you since I've been on the market, one of the things I said back in April was, one, Bitcoin was going to go into a bear market, two, the U.S. economy was going to go into an inflationary depression, and three, inflation would become a major problem and was not transitory like the Fed said, and it would cause the cryptocurrency and risk assets to roll over on itself, which it has. Inflation risk are still to the upside in the views of the FOMC participants, and certainly in my view as well, there's a risk that the high inflation we are seeing will be prolonged, like Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing told you when the Fed last year and Jerome Powell and the FOMC members were saying it was transitory. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing emphasized and shouted to the treetops that it was not transitory and it was going to get much, much worse, and that the government way that they measure it is flawed and felonious, and we officially, with the inflation rate from the government, is 7%. But if we were measuring it the way we did in 1980, we'd be about 17 or 18, approaching 20% inflation year over year, right? There's a risk that the high inflation we are seeing will be prolonged. There's a risk that it will move even higher, which Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing has forecasted north of 10% inflation, more like 15% inflation by the end of 2022. So we don't think that that's the best case, but you ask what the risks are, and we have to be in a position with our monetary policy to address all the plausible outcomes. Powell said, well, there is nothing they can do. If they raise rates, the markets crash. If they lower rates, the markets pump, but inflation gets out of control, right? Stock market was up, then it was down, right? Reducing the balance sheet will take some time, Powell said. Fed chairman said it will take time for the central banks to unwind its massive balance sheet. The balance sheet is substantially larger than it needs to be. Anything above $1 is substantially larger in the eyes of Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing than it needs to be. Powell told reporters there's a substantial amount of shrinkage in the balance sheet to be done, and no shit. That's going to take time. Of course it is. They'll never get it done. Powell has to walk a tightrope. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, he needs to communicate that the Fed's 100% committed to bringing inflation back down to 2%. It can't happen. It won't happen. And they won't. It's just never going to happen, according to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, while not causing a recession or stock market crash by tightening monetary policy too quickly. Any percentage of tightening over any course of time, slowly or fastly, is too much, and it will cause those things to collapse, according to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. The stock market is especially vulnerable to higher rates, and confirmed by and touted Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing as the removal of the tailwinds that the Fed purchasing of assets, blah, 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 blah. In other words, this whole thing's coming unglued from the Fed. As forecasted, the Fed would hold par on what we're doing, and that would cause Bitcoin to start going down, right? It's like it knows when I'm on here. This shit just comes firing nonstop. Where we left off after that maniac from work, XRP. So that's what you need to know. Like, when Jabroni Killers comes live, you're going to get once a month updates on the Federal Reserve and what they're doing with interest rates, what they're doing with buying asset purchases. Are they reducing the balance sheet, or are they expanding the balance sheet? Because that has a drastic impact on the crypto market. Now you can see where we thought yesterday that it would get rejected to was that 50-day or the 100-day moving average in blue, right? And look what it got rejected by, the 100-day moving average, in blue, right here. You see that little line in blue, and then the 200, and then the 100 in red. This was our little symmetrical triangle bearish continuation pattern where we said 70 cents. Hi, hello, look at me, I'm perching up here. 70 cents was going to be your rejection point, and then the fall down first, the double bottom, second to 45, then some consolidation, right? Actually, that actually worked out because then I can zoom out. Then some consolidation right here, right? As we dance around, hello, it's Vincenzo. Then we dance around on the 47, come up, maybe back test up here at the 61, then come back, dance. And then you flush and get into the thick of the major volume indicators in white, and the orange box is the last line of defense, or get my shit together zone to the shit house, which is down there, right? We go from here, and then your next support zone is down here, but we have that way over there off the screen at 21 cents, right? And then you can see I got the shit house that starts down here at about 7 cents, right? And that's not where you want to be because that's near bankruptcy. But XRP could get down that low, and as bad as this bear market's going to be in the overall state of the United States and world economy, right? So that's where we're going to in the short term. And you can see how we get to that 47 cents. It's a simple targeted move from where this breakdown started to the bottom of the move, right, to the point of the breakout, gets you right there to about 47 cents. So you see how that works. Super simple and easy to trade this market, right? And then you can see what we did on Tesla today. Every now and then I do some puts and I do some calls, get hammered sometimes, make some money sometimes. Today I made a little money on this, right? We can zoom on into Tesla. And right here when the Fed started talking, I was watching it all day, and you can see I got my lines in my fib circle. So I knew this fib circle, the orange ring right here, it got supported on this morning, yesterday, and started bouncing up and continued to hold support on it this morning, right? So you see that orange ring, and then I had that white overhead resistance line. And if we zoom into the 3-minute time frame and then pull our industry exclusive purchasing tool, hello, you can see right here the Fed started talking, the price came down. And then it came up and it hit my support line again, so I put a couple of puts on there for $106 each. Then it came to my fib circle, and I was watching it, and I knew that it was going to break that as soon as it started dancing because the stock market broke its level. Then I watched the 941 week support, and I said, yeah, it should flush there. And then it did a full lateral flush in about 25 to 30 minutes on the major light blue ring down here at 904.79. So I knew that was a buy zone, and you had a few minutes to get out. So I sold my options there for $201 each, or 200. What did I buy them for? I bought them for pretty cheap because I made 100 and something percent each. I might have bought them for like 98 cents because I sold them for like $204 each, right? And then it immediately wicked up right after I sold it. And now you can see it closed up in here, and those options are only worth about $100 now. So some guy got fleece heisted and shisted, but I did pretty good on there. I think it was like 110% each on the options because I had $208, and then when I sold them, they were for $412 or $414, something like that, right? So that was a good play. And that's what we're going to continue to watch out for. Subscribe to the channel. I got to get back in the work on our way to 1,000 subscribers after this long 10-month journey. Peace and love. Jabroni Killers coming.